All right, in the next match, we have the Intercontinental Championship being defended. Your champion, Big E Langston, had a Intercontinental Champion #1 contender tournament based out, and Bad News Barrett was your winner. This was a big way to bring Bad News Barrett back to the fold. Basically, Wade Barrett, the AKA, bare-knuckled shoot fighter from the streets. That whole gimmick really didn't get over, and basically there was a point when Barrett just stopped getting used on TV. I don't know if they took advantage of a time when basically his visa expired and he wasn't able to work on TV, or if it just was well known, Wade, it's just not working and we need to find something else out. There was a gimmick that was brought up from the JBL and Cole show of Bad News Barrett coming in and I've got some bad news. That's my horrible, Wade Barrett impression. I don't know who that sounds like more. It sounds like more like the fake Sean Connery from Saturday Night Live. That was pretty bad. But basically, I think that Wade Barrett is the future of the WWE. I went on record and I said this, during 2010 with the Nexus run, Wade Barrett should have been, the WWE champion. He should have beat John Cena. He should have had his time there. He should have beat Randy Orton. There was so many times in 2010 that Wade should have won the title. And I thought that, basically when he got kicked out of the Nexus by CM Punk by losing that steel cage match on Monday Night Raw and going over to SmackDown, that I thought that he was basically going there to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and he was going to, basically start his career as a SmackDown superstar with, another group called The Core, and that never really panned out. Here we are, 2014, and he's been the Intercontinental Champion, and we really haven't seen anything else from that along the way. Him getting a win over Big E Langston would be a great way to push him up, which is kind of hard for me because I want to see Wade Barrett go up, but at the same time, I want to see Big E Langston. But, the things that have happened to Big E Langston are the same things that have happened in the past, like Cesaro to, who is the United States Championship right now? Do you know that Dean Ambrose is the champion? It took me a minute right there. I had to stall because I was trying to think of what, who the actual champion was. Once you put the belt on that person, WWE is like, well, you're the champion. You can lose a ton of matches by disqualification. You can lose a lot of matches that are non-title matches because you're the champ. You're going to show up on Raw the next week and people aren't going to remember. We remember the guys lose all the time. Basically being the Intercontinental Champion, being the U.S. Championship right now is basically a kiss of death. I love Big E Langston. I think he's going to be a World Heavyweight Champion somewhere along the way. He's definitely going to be a main eventer for the WWE. He just needs to, just basically take his time to work his way up to being in that spot. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that Big E Langston loses this, maybe so we can have a back and forth sort of title exchange with them having matches on pay-per-view, with them just sort of like, surprising some people on how good these matches are going to be. When it comes down to it, I want to take Wade Barrett. I also want to take Big E Langston, but I know like if Big E wins, where does Wade go from here? He beat Rob Van Dam. He beat Sheamus. He outdueled, a former World Heavyweight Champion and Jack Swagger. Cesaro was also in this tournament. That was a pretty stacked tournament, and he gets to the end of it and he wins it. If Big E, was to lose the belt and lose the match, where does he go from here? Does he get lost in the shuffle? I just don't want to see them, get lost in, mid-card mania and, really nothing ever really come out of it. When it comes down to it, if I had to put my money on this match, I'd take Wade Barrett. I think he has the brightest future. As of right now, he needs to get that career back going. I mean, it was a good 5 months, I would guess, without being on Raw or SmackDown, wrestling in a match. Of course, everybody's going to remember his moments like at Elimination Chamber, coming out and doing the Bad News Barrett skits over and over and over again, being on the JBL and Cole show. But, Wade Barrett is a great superstar. He needs to be in the ring. He needs to be wrestling matches. This is what we need to see from the British Brawler out there, is him get a big win, become the IC champ, and then have a good series of matches against Big E Langston, where they trade the belt back and forth, and they really build up the main mid-card to something somebody really cares about, and, to the fact of this not having to see one guy be champion for 6 months and get no wins on television in the meantime. So that's that from this match. That's me talking about Bad News Barrett and Big E Langston. We'll go on to the next match. Talk to you guys later.